Isn't a label maker a printer? Why not just call it a lil printer? Is it because the output has a sticky backside? Breathes heavily. Hey chat, how are you? So, my bike slash Lennox's bike slash Donut House's bike has been having all sorts of problems. First year we bought it, it was perfect. No worries, no deals, no issues. But lately, the tire tube became disemboweled slash eviscerated. Brakes stopped working. The chain became unchained. Handlebars, they wasn't straight. The tire had some sort of bulge slash cyst on it, to where if it spun around, it would stop in the brake thingy. So I keep going to the Westsack Repair Cafe. I went 4 times in a row. Couple bike bros there. Nice enough fellas. Last time I went there, I greeted them shouting, "My knights in shining armor," and they laughed. And this was the one time, this particular time, that the tube had become disemboweled slash eviscerated. And one of the guys instantly goes, "See, the tube goes inside of the wheel. Have a nice day." And I, ha 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 ha, "You're so funny, you make me laugh." So he did his thing, and we tried to suss it out. And his best guess was that the tube was low. Lennox was riding the bike at this particular time. He hit a bump or a rock or went off the curb or whatever. The tube slash wheel slash tire wigged out or whatever. And so I was like, "Okay, is that tube okay?" He said, "I don't know." But he replaced it with allegedly a new tube. But by the way, I didn't say, Lolo, I was just here last week and you had declared the bike A-OK and did a little bit of a tune-up for free, and you declared the tube fine, the wheel fine, and the tire fine. The bike got an A+ check mark. 100%, 100%, but so 4 times in a row, each time a different issue, and then the next time, the tube, or I don't, the thing was completely flat, so I would inflate it, and it would go flat in a couple minutes, and I was like, "Alrighty." And I'm like, well, I could go back to the Westsack Repair Cafe. Well, it's only once a month, so you gotta wait. But I've been there 4 times, and each time they allegedly helped me, supposedly repaired my bicicleta, as they say in Spanish. But I was like, I need to go to a business, a real life brick and mortar business, for a little help. I don't. They seem like they know what they're doing, and they seem like lovely fellows. But after 4 times, and I'm still having bike issues, maybe the doctors are causing the disease. Just like Merck, just like Pfizer. Am I right? So I head on over to West Capitol Cyclery on West Capitol Avenue. I'd shove the bike into Carolyn's 2012 Kia Sorento, because it's the crossover, and she's got a bunch of space in the back for a bicicleta. My coupe Kia Optima 2013 has no space for no bike. So I shove it back there, and before I leave, she goes, Carolyn goes, if you use my radio or stereo, whatever, don't lose my place in my audiobook. And I was like, all right, simmer down. I don't need to risk the ire of an angry audiobook reader. Got to West Capitol Cyclery right when it opened, Saturday 11. Guy before me was getting his bike worked on, and he's this guy. You've seen this guy. You know this guy. He's this guy who rides around on his bike with a giant Bluetooth speaker that has lights going, like a disco or a rave or whatever. And lo and behold, he was getting his bike worked on, but the speaker was blasting. And what was it blasting? Michael Jackson, "I Wanna Love You, PYT, Pretty Young Thing." And I was like, all right, this guy's got a vibe. I was next up, and the employee there, nice enough gentleman. I've dealt with him a few times. He just takes apart my bicicleta and puts the tube in a tub of water. Instantly, it starts blowing bubbles from the valve. And so he's like, there you go. He's like, you need a new tube. Okay. $16. Okay. No problem. It took about 10 minutes. But then, and I'm loading up. I'm like, thanks, dude. And I gave him $20 because I'm a nice guy. And I'm like, thanks. And I start wheeling it out back to Carolyn's 2012 Kia Sorento. And I noticed that the valve is different than the previous valve, than any valve I've ever seen in my lifetime, in my entire life of bikes. So I'm like, what's up with this valve? And he goes, oh, that's a Presta. And I was like, oh, okay. And I've heard about a Presta valve versus the Schrader, which is more common. Presta valves are for high-end bikes, such as this $100 piece of junk I bought from Donut House a year and a half ago. But the Presta versus the Schrader, oh, the discussions on the bicycles subreddit, r/bicycles, oh, you've never seen such ugliness and acrimony as the back and forth. It's quite vociferous. You talk about Dems versus Republicans, or South versus the North, or Hatfields versus the McCoys. Presta versus Schrader. That's where America rears its ugly side. But he explains it to me. He's like, this is the cap. You remove it. Okay. This is the nipple. You unscrew that a little bit. Okay. You grab an adapter. He gave me an adapter for free. And then you attach it to your pump and you inflate it. And then you do everything backwards and you're good to go. And he showed me and I was like, I kind of get it. I'll watch a few YouTubes. But I did get a free adapter and I was good to go. The bike's still nice and tight as far as the wheels and tires and tubes are concerned. It's in the garage, and I've ridden it a few times, and it's back to life, back to the present time. But I will be going back to the Repair Cafe in late December is the next one. So someone can sew my undies, my chonies, because they have a few holes in them, and I'm not quite ready to give it up yet. They also had at the bike cafe, the West Sac Repair Cafe, they do all sorts of stuff. They sew, they fix your microwave, they fix your computer, they sharpen your tools, and they have all sorts of treats, coffee and pastries donated by the fine folks at 7-Eleven on Lake Road. But this particular West Sac Repair Cafe had a Basque cheesecake that someone brought. And you might be saying, Vince, what's a Basque cheesecake and how is it different than a regular cheesecake? Well, let me tell you, he says, going to Google Photos and typing in Basque. That's Spain, don't you know? Basque.
And oop.
Basque. The Basque cheesecake is a crustless dessert from San Sebastián, España, characterized by its distinct, intentionally caramelized and burnt top with a rich, creamy, custard-like interior. It is baked at a high temperature, which creates the dark, crackled exterior and eliminates the need for a water bath or a traditional biscuit crust, resulting in a smooth, melt-in-your-mouth texture. Yes, someone actually copied and pasted this onto a piece of paper right next to the Basque cheesecake. It did look caramelized. It looked lovely, but I'm low carb. I'm keto, so I passed, but I did want to try it. I should have made Lennox come with me just so he knows how far I'm willing to go to help him and to improve his life and make his commute from to and fro Lincoln Wynn's house easier and easier on me and Carolyn, so we don't have to pick his ass up and drop his ass off there all the time. Got my oil changed at Walmart. The Walmart auto crew is a wily bunch of men there. It goes from like they got like some veterans, grizzled old veterans who got the beard, teeths, not so great. And they got a couple of those guys, but then they got a couple teenagers who look stoned, and so it's like it's quite the team there. But I got my oil change. I didn't get the synthetic. I should have got the synthetic. I got conventional. Mr. Powell says I need synthetic because my car is so old. 2013 Kia Optima. They do synthetic for under $50. And next time I'll get it. But this time I did conventional. It took 45 minutes to the T. They scan you in, you make an appointment, they scan you in, and they give you notifications so you can walk around the Walmart, or as my mom pronounces it, the Walmart, and shop till you drop. But when I first dropped my car off, they said 30 to 45 minutes, and I'm getting notifications. Your car has been taken in. Your car is being worked on. Your car is finished. 45 minutes to the T, $42. Meineke out here charging double. The little sticker they put on the top left of your windshield on the inside remind you need an oil change at 33,000 miles, 514. That Meineke sticker, I ripped that shit off. Get out of here, Meineke. I'm a Walmart Auto Center crew. Foul live. Got a new balloon for our balcony because we need to keep a balloon out there at all times to divert birds who like to fly into our balcony, poop, and then leave. They drop that upper decker, and then they get that heck out of Dodge. But I went to Dollar Tree to get a balloon, and we do the $2 balloons because they're better quality, they last longer, and they're fun. They have writing on them and pictures. So I see a $2 balloon, and it's a Mickey and Minnie one. I'm like, oh, that's fun. And I walk over to it and I grab it. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get this because normally it's like a happy birthday, happy anniversary balloon. But Mickey and Minnie, can't go wrong with that. But so I grab the balloon and I tug on it on its string, because I want to see if it's going to stay. Well, you can't tell if these balloons have been there for 10 minutes or 10 days. So I grab the string, I tug on it, pull it down a little, and it slowly floats back up to the sky. 3 to 4 seconds. I was like, what the heck? So I grab just a random happy birthday balloon. Looks vivacious and lively. And I tug on the string, pops right back up. 1 to 2 seconds, back in the air. Yeah, get you a balloon that's a fighter. Get you a balloon that wants to live, that falls down and picks its balloon ass back up. A balloon that's resilient, that has a reason to live, such as 12. Another thing about Dollar Tree and all retail places, I don't like it when the cashier person asks, "Want a bag? Want a bag?" No. Say, would you like a bag? Would you like a bag today? Instead of want a bag? And I know this 10 to 15 cent charge is driving us all mad for the past decade, but want a bag is so. It's like it makes it sound like bag is a verb. Like you want to go out to eat, you want a bag. Is bag something to do? Is bag somewhere to go? Is bag an activity? Made some more sunny side up eggs, and once again Lennox walks by and he's like, you gotta teach me how to do that someday. And I said, watch this, buddy. And then I started going like this, and I don't need a spatula. This is my Julia Child impression. And so our pan is new, it's still not sticky, and I said, look, Ma, no spatula. And I got the pan up, and I rolled the eggs around the pan. I tossed them to and fro, and they slid around so slick and smooth. And then I dropped it right onto the plate. And I was like, wow, you eat with your eyes first. I felt like a frying pan demonstrator at the Del Mar Fair in 1987 when they had the little headset, couple speakers, and they're making omelets, and we were sitting there as 10-year-old kids going, wow, frying pans, they're making omelets right here. This is crazy. These are for sale? Wow. Do they still do that at fairs? I don't know. Frankie's still gnawing at the tree, the Christmas tree, the flock. He's a flock addict. I'm not sure if he's eating it. I don't think he's eating it. He's definitely chewing it. He's definitely, I think he's just playing with it. But I can't watch him 24/7. I'm not going to tell him what to eat. I'm not going to police his diet. Okay. This isn't The Biggest Loser, and I'm not Julian Michaels. Frankie didn't download a calorie counter. Okay. This isn't Noom. I'm not going to drop a food pyramid. I'm not Dr. C. Everett Koop. Alrighty. Well, I think I'm done. Take care. Brush your hair. Peace out. I'm Audi 5000 G Money. Gotta go late. See ya.